Alright then, I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet. Alright. Do one on a caliber I ain't done yet, which is actually 7.62 by 39. Pretty fairly common, easy to buy, cheap to buy. Shoot, these little guys. I believe this is a Russian one. I think you can get about 7 truckloads for a couple nickels. I mean, they ain't that cheap. You know what I mean? They're a lot less expensive to shoot than these 223s. All right. Particular gun I'm going to look at today, modeled after the Russian AK-47. It's a SKS. All right. A lot of people will mistake these. They look very, very similar. This stock configuration, you won't miss it. It's a SKS. If it was in its wooden, Yugoslavian or Polish, whatever, they look the same. It looks like an AK. However, what people mistake them for is this. It's, gas piston operated. So you got this bit, all the way up. And then, of course, the noticeable banana clip, or banana magazine, actually, which that's 30 rounds, 7.62 punching power. I mean, that's a mean little rifle right there. This one is actually it's pretty accurate. I've shot it half a dozen, maybe 20 times. I don't mean half a dozen, 20 pulls on the trigger. I mean, I've shot it. I've emptied the magazine on this sucker probably twice. Which gives you a good feel for the weapon. I hope it does. It does for me. Now, this one, it's humongous. That's one of my things about it. Now, this weapon is huge. It's like fielding a howitzer. That's all I got, and all I can see is right down this humongous rifle. I mean, look at it. I got it back way up. There, you can see it. Okay. Now you can see the whole thing. See what I'm saying? I mean, to hold this up and keep her steady, you're pretty concentrated on your sight picture. You don't have a lot to work with this guy. Alright, now it will punch him, and it will go a long way. I mean, this one's got some knockdown power. I won't gripe with that at all. Really like these. Love the AK-47 SKS bodies. Love them. Very good feel. Now, what I think is funny about this thing is this. Now, if I had this in my wait a second. I feel like I'm in the Civil War. Just saw myself on the picture when I pulled that up. Alright, anyway. What I think's funny about these, it's got this star-shaped, configured Arkansas toothpick, really, right there. It's a civilian gun, right? We're deer hunting with this gun. We've got this guy. So, if you ever come in my house and I'm armed with one of these, first of all, I ain't gonna miss you because of this guy. Got tons of them. May wreck my house, okay? I may wreck it. But per chance I run out, or maybe the wall behind you belongs to my daughters or whatever, this thing's going to turn into this. It's going to turn into a ball bat, and they will find you rather than a star-shaped penetrated hole in your chest. You're going to be beat to death. I mean, this is a huge hunk of mess right there. Look at it. It's huge. Humongous. I mean, dang. Shoot, and that's empty. I mean, that's without it. If I run out of ammo, I mean, I'm looking at, shoot, I'd say that's got to be 11 pounds. 11 pounds better. That's a good old ball bat right there. Yeah, I mean, this is a sweet shooting rifle. I ain't making fun of it. I think, well, I am, because I do like these, but some things I understand is the bayonet. And then, check it out. A few years ago, I'd say this is an early 90s model. Can't be for sure. I have never dated it. Maybe somebody out there can. It's probably early 90s, late 80s, early 90s model, and it's got this. When we started seeing tactical in magazines, instead of hunting, it started going tactical. Remember? Now, look at this. That's our tactical stock. Alright? So we went from being 4.5 feet to a regular size rifle. But we ain't got a butt stock to use. So we turned our SKS into a hip gun. I don't know if this is to carry it. Like, I don't know why they did this. It's not like the paratrooper with the wire, you know, SKSs and AKs. You gotta have this, alright? You got to make it accurate, you know. So I don't get it. It's just kind of funny to me. I was like, wow, that's cool, but useless. But I mean, the sights on these things, pristine. Now your rear sight, you're only going to get up and down, okay, and pretty decent increments too. I mean, it's pretty accurate out to shoot with irons. Well, with me shooting irons, I mean, somebody's going to argue with me like, hey, I've been way further, and you probably have. What I'm saying is, with me, you know, you get out to, with arms, 100 yards, and shoot, I can knock them dead in the same hole. Well, that's not true. I can knock them in the same hole if they're about yay big. Okay, like quarter. Give me a quarter size, and I'll hit them through there, and that's fine with me. You know, I ain't going out for no wars. But this particular gun, what I thought was funny, I mean, if you listen to it, it sounds like a box of Legos. You know, most of that funnels up into your magazine choice. You know, you pull the magazine out, she shuts up quite good. This gun is actually made pretty well, right? I was expecting a whole bunch of stamp parts. Honestly, I was. It's clearly not. Most of these parts are machined. There are some clearly stamped parts. You got some stamped parts on the sights, on the rear sights, and not even the cover stamped. That's machined right here, the bolt cover. That's pretty impressive. It's actually pretty inexpensive 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Now, there's a reason these are going higher than the AK-47s. Because the AKs were stamped and stamped and stamped and pushed out there. Thank Afghanistan for that. Now, this gun right there, you'll be hard pressed to find a wear part, or what I mean by that is a part that's highly used, a lot of action on it, that's stamped. And I mean, this is actually a pretty good piece. Actually quite fond of it. I think this is a good rifle right there, and you're not going to have an accuracy problem with it whatsoever, especially since you can hook up so many different optic types to these. But anyway, I thought I'd share this with you, and I sure do hope to get my hands on one of these. Alright then, you guys be safe, okay?